Okay, I apologize. I'm sorry. I have a few episodes that I left out here. I have a few episodes of the Brady Bunch and the Chipmunks they left out here, but don't worry, I'll get to my, hopes and dreams in the next episode. So this is episode 31, and so, anyway, I wanted to discuss the episode, the undergraduate. This is where Greg's Greg has I guess he has like a substitute teacher named Linda, and they all want to find out who Linda is. In fact, Linda's actually my mom's name too. So there's but that was his teacher. Turns out he was she was married. So, and anyway, there's an episode in the '80s series on Alvin and the Chipmunks called Romancing Miss Stone, and this is where Alvin has a crush on a teacher, and I think Dave had a crush on her as well. So yeah. So those are two other similar episodes. And I also want to show you a few pictures. If you notice, Cindy from the fourth season here, opener. She has a top on that looks, similar to Eleanor's in that '80s series. I'll show Eleanor to show you the similarities here. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Sorry about that. Yeah, and here's Eleanor. See, they look very similar. So anyway, I should also tell you about there's an episode in the '80s series called The Brunch Club with the Chipmunks and the Chipettes, and it was very similar to every chipmunk tells a story because someone knocked down the statue of Thomas Edison, and everyone was in detention then, and of course it's very similar to the Brady Bunch episode Confessions. Pretty much the same thing, but this time it was with the Chipettes. So anyway, there was also an episode. There was also it was called the Not So Ugly Duckling. Marcia says a quote. It's called. She says when she was working on the car, she said, "Dad, no pictures. I look terrible." And that's something that was that was something especially, 80s Britney would say, but, I think, so, that was kind of a Britney moment for me, so that could be, another episode where, you know, Britney says, Alvin, no pictures, I look terrible, something like that, and, I should also mention, gonna try to cover, I want to show you guys another picture here. Okay. This is from, today I'm a freshman. You see, Marsha's, wearing a little, outfit. She's wearing another outfit that's, similar to Cindy's outfit and Lights Out, So, it kind of looks like one of the other Chipettes' circus costumes and the greatest show-offs on earth. So yeah, that's another thing I wanted to show you, and of course, let me just go over one more episode here of the Chipmunks, or the Alvin show back in the 60s. There's one called, Sam Valiant Private Nose, and nobody, Dave records $1 million song on tape, and, after all that work, the tape goes missing. Alvin, Simon, Theodore on the double. Who took my tape? And they were trying to find the clues, and, he ended up, having to hire, a private eye. Sam Valiant, he's, the one with the big nose, and, that, he just kind of goofs around, but, he eventually does find the tape, but he ends up taking it, so, it wasn't a very happy ending, and by the way, it turns out, Theodore's parakeet, George, took the tape off the spool, and, Sam Valiant just took it, unwillingly, and, Dave was very upset at the end of the episode, so, I don't think it was a very happy ending, and, there's actually 2 episodes of the Brady Bunch that kind of, first of all, there's the earring caper. There's the earring caper in the Brady Bunch, and Cindy borrows, Marcia borrows her mother's earrings, and then Cindy wants to try them on, but then, she tries them on and puts them under the towel, and then next thing you know, they're gone, and, he wants, Peter has a detective kit to try to find them, and, it turns out in the end, Alice accidentally dropped them in the washing machine after, after Cindy lost them, but she didn't really lose them. It was, Alice, but, she should have put them back where she had them, like in the dresser. So, you know, Cindy does, get in trouble for, thinking she lost the earrings. Felt sorry for Cindy in that episode, but there's also, I should also tell you, there's another episode called The Possible Dream back in season 1 here. And, this episode, I guess, like, Marcia, she writes in her diary that her dream, is to meet Desi Arnaz Jr., he's Lucille Ball's son from, she played Lucy in I Love Lucy, and, and so, she writes that in her diary, and, Cindy here thinks, that's, one of the old books to give away, and she, gives it to the man at the bookstore collecting old books, and, Marcia, notices that her diary is gone, and, she doesn't want anyone to read that, she wants to, she wants to meet Desi Arnaz Jr., and so, and I mean, Cindy tells her the story, that, she gave, what looked like a diary to, her, and she said, I could just kiss you, and then she just, gave it away, and Marcia was just distraught about that, and, they go to every bookstore to look for the lost diary, but, it's hopeless. There's even a bookstore called Elmo's Bookstore, I don't know but this was before Elmo premiered on Sesame Street, but, and, Desi Arnaz Jr. actually shows up to, and it turns out, her number one fan is Marcia Brady, and, I think she actually kisses Marcia on the cheek in that at the end, and, she says, I'll never wash again. And, that was like her biggest dream. That was like, her biggest dream was to meet Desi Arnaz Jr. So anyway, I hope that's all I've covered, because, in the next episode, I'd really like to get to my, hopes and dreams, and of course, I mentioned it has to do with Marcia Brady and Brittany. In my first, my next discussion, well, it'll have to do with all 12 characters of the series. So anyway, I hope I apologize for, not covering quite everything, and I hope I've covered just about everything that, every episode that relates, in some way to both series. So anyway, I'll see you I'll see everyone in the next episode. It's gonna be big. I'm gonna tell you all my hopes and dreams, for the Brady Bunch and Alvin and the Chipmunks series. So anyway, that's about it. Sorry if it ran a little long, but I wanted to cover every last minute detail. So anyway, before I go, I forgot to mention something. You know how Cindy wore braids in the last 2 seasons? Well, there was an episode, I think it was called Alvin and Neverland. I never saw it in English, but that's the only scene that's the only episode where we see Eleanor wearing braids, because she played Tiger Lily. So anyway, Princess Tiger Lily in that episode. So anyway, that's about it, and hope I've covered everything. Because in the next episode, I'm gonna, go over, all my hopes and dreams of what, I want to happen in the future. So, bye. Bye, everyone. Comment, subscribe, please, and I'll see everyone in the next video. It's gonna be big. I just want to, discuss a few things in the next episode. So, bye.